Commonwealth Bank fined. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.Heise here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Still working through my morning coffee. I thought we'd have a look at this article from the ABC discussing CommBank. Now the Commonwealth Bank has been fined $5 million for Agri-Advantage, a package that wrongly took $8 million from Australian farmers. Now I know the banks are being our friends at the moment now. They're giving everyone mortgage holidays. But I really don't consider them our friends, guys. They're not on our sides. They are protecting their own interests. And let's have a look at this. Australia's largest bank has been ordered to pay a $5 million fine for ripping off 8,659 farmers with incorrect fees to the tune of $8 million. In his judgment, Justice Jonathan Beach, QC, said the fine may be seen to be on the light side. Commonwealth Bank customers came out behind on 131,542 occasions when they used the bank's Agri-Advantage Plus package, called the AA Plus package, which is meant to give them fee waivers, interest rate discounts and bonus interest on savings, the federal court has found. The matter was raised in the Brisbane hearings of the Banking Royal Commission that covered farming issues and is the second finalised case brought by regulator, the Australian Securities and Investment Commission. Commonwealth Bank sold the AA Plus package for a decade to December 2015. It entitled farmers to benefits like fee waivers, interest rate discounts and bonus interest on savings in exchange for their payment of package fees. I mean, they're doing the same thing. I think we've got we're with the CommBank and we've got a wealth package that waives all these things, and I don't even trust it. It's like a $300 a year fee, and yeah, I question it. But the mutual nature of the bank's system was compounded by it having no system or processes in place to check whether customers were receiving benefits. Oh, surprising that. Surprising. In his judgment, Justice Beach QC said there was a poor control environment with no adequate systems for reporting issues and that the bank's complaints handling processes were inadequate. The regulator only sought penalties for 1 year and 334 customers, but the judge noted the seriousness of those contraventions is to be viewed in the context of CBA's failing of a broader period of over 10 years. So this has been 10 years of them rorting people, essentially. So it's false advertising in some regards. It's false advertising, claiming that you're going to get a benefit and that benefit not materializing, which is actually an example of the ASIC doing something. Wow, I'm a little shocked. Justice Beach QC said he accepted that a penalty of $5 million may be seen as on the light side. However, he placed it in the context that the banks took early self-generated steps to pay back customers and reported the issues to ASIC in 2014. Okay, so it's got no... Once again, it's an organization self-reporting. There you go. The market provides, guys. I know. We need more rules, more regulations, when every time it's always something self-reporting. Where every time I've attempted to report scams to ASIC and ACCC, it's been completely ignored. He said the aim of generally deterring future law breaking was served by the $5 million penalty, my declarations, and any consequential reputational damage. The regulator savoured the win. Well, the bank pretty much admitted to doing it. Well, I mean, did you file the paperwork? I guess good on you for filing the paperwork, ASIC. Good work. It's a huge rent-seeking department that we need there, ASIC considers that CBA's conduct in this matter, which was examined in detail during the Financial Services Royal Commission, was the result of inadequate systems and processes. ASIC Deputy Chair Daniel Crennan QC said in a statement, because of its conduct, CBA failed to deliver its Agri-Advantage package effectively, honestly and fairly, as it was obliged to do under Section S912A of the Corporations Act. As a result, over 8,000 customers were affected. The bank did not oppose the court action, and had paid back the bulk of the money well before the hearing began. Okay, here you go. So maybe ASIC didn't need to hire all those lawyers, didn't need to spend all that money. Could have reduced their fees for all the companies that are forced to register by them. You'd think? No, we can't have that, Florian. We need these regulators. I mean, if the bank are stepping up, what are they hiding? ASIC's expectations of the entities that it regulates is that in appropriate circumstances when ASIC issues proceedings against them, they ought to make admissions and engage in the penalties process at the earliest possible outcome, Mr. Creenan QC said. In a statement, a Commonwealth Bank spokesperson apologized to customers. CBA did not defend the proceedings and accepts the penalty as appropriate in this case, the statement read. We apologize to those customers who at the time didn't receive the AgriAdvantage Plus package benefits or were overcharged fees. We have sent refunds of approximately $8 million, including interest, and there were 8,659 customers impacted. Failures of this sort are unacceptable. Cases arising out of the Royal Commission have seen institutions including IOOF and NAB face court, and more are expected. So, you can see here, guys, the Commonwealth Bank has been fined, but they pretty much admitted to it. They took steps to mitigate it, and yet ASIC still needed to hire a QC to go through the process. I get that's our legal system, but I mean, why? Can someone explain to me if they admitted to it? No, we need to go through these steps. There is a process to be followed. I understand that. It's just frustrating that these organizations charge so much. I'm just not a fan of ASIC, guys. Anyone who has a company knows what they're like. So here are the key points. The Commonwealth Bank were fined for their flawed AgriAdvantage Plus package, which ran for a decade. The issue gained attention when it was mentioned during the Banking Royal Commission. The bank had paid most of the money it took from farmers back prior to the court action. So the bank had stepped up. The Royal Commission brought it to everyone's attention. So have you taken advantage of one of these packages? You know, it feels like overly complex and confusion with all of these packages and deals they offer you. You get this or this bonus here. And I can see it would be in an environment in the banks where tellers or anyone in the bank is encouraged to sell, is encouraged to push product. You know, you get this advantage, because they need to tick their box. They need to make their sales. But it has affected over 8,659 farmers, so there has been a number of them. What other things do you think we will see coming from the banks? Do you think the NAB, ANZ, do you think they will take a hit as well? It's definitely going to be interesting to see. Let's have a look at the Commonwealth Bank share price to see how it's going. We can see here it's up on the day 1.15%. We'll jump out to 5 days. You can see here, well, it's climbed from the beginning of the month, $62 up to $68.76. We'll jump out to 6 months, and we can see the big crash beginning of this year, down from $90 up to $60, and it bottomed out. What was the low? $53.44. $53.44. So it took a hit. So is the market responding to this news, climbing up a little bit? I guess maybe they anticipated it was worse. It was a better outcome and possibly could have been there, or just not significant enough to warrant a real response. We'll jump to trading views, and let's have a look at trading views. And we can see here, I mean, there you go. You can see that dive, and it's a soft buy. Recommendations from the technicals. So we'll have to see, guys. We'll have to see. Let's jump to the fully featured chart so we can have a look there. This is a great site if you're, like trading and looking at the stocks and everything like that. What's your favorite one that you recommend? Not that I do it too much. And there was a dividend issued, on the 19th of February, and we can see here. So, it's going up. Its RSI is climbing. Have to keep an eye on it. So what do you think, guys? Do you think this will affect the CBA share price, or do you think it's just too small? Would you jump in and invest in the bank? Because, they're a big part of our economy. And what else do you think will come out of this? As always, thank you for watching. Please leave your thoughts, comments, and opinions down below. like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and you want to support the content, there's a few ways you can. You can join the channel on YouTube or Patreon. You can support us via our affiliate links at Amazon or eBay or Independent Reserve and Kucoin. You can buy our merch from HeiseSays, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or support us via PayPal. Take care, and I'll see you next time.